link as well after the class is over?
Not immediately, by evening.
By
Like maybe
evening. Okay.
afternoon or evening, I will arrange video
Okay.
recordings in the WhatsApp group. So
Okay.
in WhatsApp group already for finance course, already there are 22 members in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whoever is paid fee for them, I will add into my group. It is
Okay. Okay.
batch 150.
Got
Okay,
it. Got it. Okay. Thank you.
so yeah, welcome. So if you want to learn any ERP, okay, so you need to imagine this one first. Once you learn this one, you are going to join in a software company. That may be Accenture. In abroad, it is called Avanade. In India, it is called Accenture. Of course, in India, Accenture and Avanade combined in one company, whereas in USA or Canada, Accenture and Avanade is different. Okay, so you are going to join in any software company. Once you joined in a software company, you are going to allocate a project. Okay, so for an employee, it is called project. For this software company, it is called client. So this terminology also you need to learn. Okay, for this software companies, this is called client. For you, an individual person, it is project, but for this company, it is called client. Okay, fine. Just a minute. There are people are pinging me a lot. Second. Okay, so you are going to join in a software company. In this company, once you join in this company, you are going to work for a client. So you need to imagine this is you are running a business. If you are running a business, how you will imagine the same thing you need to imagine. Okay, so whether you are learning any ERP, whether it is a Tally, Salesforce, SAP, Oracle Labs, Microsoft Dynamics, PeopleSoft, Bond, there are so many ERPs in the market. Of course, the top products are SAP and Microsoft Dynamics AX, Microsoft Dynamics 365 F&O, Oracle Labs. These are the top three products. Along with this one, there are many. If you want to learn any ERP, you need to imagine this is you are running a business and you are purchasing material and you are selling material. You are purchasing material, you are selling material. For that, once you purchase, you need to pay money to the vendor company. And you are selling material, you are receiving money from the customer. Okay, there are four actions is happening. For any business, there are four actions. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. Okay, that's why I have written here. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These four transactions everyone need to learn. Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. If you want to do this vendor invoice, what are the different ways available in the system? Here you can see vendor invoice can be executed in these forms. One is invoice journal, purchase order to invoice, pending vendor invoice, invoice register, invoice approval, invoice pool, and PO to invoice using advanced warehouse management, PO to invoice using landed cost module, PO to invoice using advanced inventory management, and project management accounting. In the same manner, customer invoices can be done in different ways. Okay, all these things you need to understand. All these things you need to understand. Okay, fine. We'll understand all these things later. Now, so this is Microsoft Dynamics 365 F&O, how it works, you need to understand. Along with this one, as you are learning finance, you need to understand little commerce knowledge. Little commerce knowledge. Okay, so what is this commerce knowledge means? The debits and credits. See, I'm not going to teach you complete accounting terminology. I'm going to teach you only debits and credits. That is more enough for you. So debit means positive, credit means negative. Debit means positive, credit means negative. How can I remember debit and credit? Debit card, credit card. If you remember easily, you can, if you remember debit card, credit card, because nowadays everyone know about what is debit card, what is credit card. Debit card is your money is in the bank. This is your money. It is in the bank existing. Credit card means you are borrowing amount. You are taking money from the bank as a borrowing. That is credit. That is the reason it is a minus. So this terminology is in terms of balance sheet. This terminology is based on balance sheet. For P&L side, it is quite opposite. That we'll discuss later. 3 golden rules you need to remember. 1, personal accounts, nominal accounts, real accounts. Personal accounts, nominal accounts, and real accounts. So personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Fine. Next, nominal accounts, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Credit all incomes and gains. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So these two accounts, like golden rules, personal account and nominal accounts, these two are at the time of invoice. These rules are applied at the time of invoice. And real accounts, this is at the time of payments. Okay, now vendor invoice posting. So vendor invoice posting here, vendor account credited. Why vendor account is credited? The rule you read already in your education, debit the receiver, credit the giver. If you look at this diagram, this is your company. So this company is giving material to you, the giver. Here, from your company, this is receiver. So the giver, vendor is the giver. Vendor is giving. So in this one, the giver is vendor. So vendor account credit. Vendor account credit. The giver. And expenses account debit. Debit all expenses and debit all expenses. So this one rule from here, this one rule from here combined together is invoice posting. Invoice, whenever it is posted, vendor invoice, the accounting entries are like this. Accounting entries in finance. Now this is commerce. Okay, expenses account data to vendor account credit. How it is coming? Because of this rule. In the same manner, if it is a customer invoice, at the time of customer invoice, the receiver, customer is receiving material from you. So the receiver, debit the receiver. That's what you have mentioned. So who is the receiver? Customer. And revenue account credit. Yes, revenue account credit. All incomes or gains are revenue. Gains or incomes are called also called revenues. So customer account debtor to revenue account credit. Next, vendor payment and customer payment. During vendor payment, customer payment, the third golden rule, like what comes in debit, what comes in credit, what goes out. So while doing this payment, if you are paying money to the vendor, your money is decreasing. If customer is paying money to you, your money is increasing. So at the time of vendor payment, your cash balance is decreasing. What goes out? Your cash is decreasing. Because if you are paying cash from your company to the vendor, your cash is decreasing. That's what it is. Credit what goes out. And whenever you are receiving money from the customer, you are receiving money in terms of cash or bank, that cash or bank balance will be increased. So cash or bank account debit. Cash or bank account debit. So the third golden rule is applied at the time of vendor payment. Now, if you remember, at the time of vendor invoice, I need to pay money to the vendor account credit. Because you need to pay, it's a liability. In Telugu, the word appu, in my local language, it is liability is called as appu. Okay, it is a credit. You need to pay. If you pay, then at that time, vendor account will be debited. So at the time of vendor invoice, vendor account credit. At the time of vendor payment, vendor account debit. So that it will become 0. And customer invoice, at the time of customer invoice, customer need to pay money. My money is my organization money. My company money is with the customer. So debit card means my money is in the bank. Debit card is my money is in the bank. Here customer invoice means my money is with customer. That is the reason it is debit. And if he paid money, customer account will be credited. So you can remember any logics, no problem. You can apply any logics, but you need to remember these 4 transactions. 4 transactions, what is debit, what is credit, and 3 golden rules you need to remember. 3 golden rules and 4 invoices. If you learn these 4, the fundamentals, the basics, then you can learn finance easily. Not only Microsoft Dynamics, any ERP. If you want to learn any ERP, these are the 4 invoice, like 4 transactions and 3 golden rules. It is must. Everyone need to learn. Everyone need to learn. So any questions before proceeding? Any questions? So here you are learning transactions. These are vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These are transactions. These are called transactions. To do these transactions, what are the things required? We need masters. We need masters. What are the masters? Vendor account, customer account, startup accounts, or main accounts. In India, it is called ledger accounts. In India, it is called ledger accounts, but in the system, it is called main accounts or chart of accounts, and then item master, item number or item master. Okay, this is more in detail, will be discussed in supply chain management. Now, these are the masters. In the demo, I clearly explained you, if you look at the demo, first I will discuss with you transactions. Once you understand slowly, you need to understand masters. Okay, slowly you are going to learn. Later you are going to learn what is setups, what is configurations, what is parameters, all these things. Okay, now vendor account, where we can create. Let me show you. Let me close this application. You need to click on Internet Explorer and you need to have browser link. And this browser link, after that, you need to enter username and password in real-time scenario. You need to enter username and password. Now, you can find so many companies here. Microsoft has provided so many sample companies, and we are going to work with USMF company. Okay, so that's what we have written here. This is the client name, yes, USMF. That means you are working for USMF. This is your company, USMF. Now, I'm creating vendor account. Accounts payable, vendors, all vendors. Click on new. Okay, now I'm entering VASK001. Something I'm entering, vendor code. Okay, suppose Rama Enterprises. Rama Enterprises. Now vendor group I'm selecting. Save. So I have created a new vendor, ASKV001 Rama Enterprises. And for this vendor, there is currency is populated automatically. Currency is populated, most important. Next, language is populated. From where it is coming, those things we'll understand later. The most important setup, language, and then currency, and some more it is there. We'll discuss these points later. So we have created a new vendor organization. We have created new vendor organization, this one. Fine. Now, in this vendor, we don't have any transactions. It is empty. It is empty. Now, I'm creating invoice. Okay. So yesterday we understood. I'm showing you now again. Accounts payable, invoices, invoice journal. That's what I'm doing. Accounts payable, invoices, invoice journal. Okay, click on new button, select the journal name, go to lines. Select the vendor. Select the vendor. Sorry. So we have created just now ASKV_001 vendor. I'm selecting that vendor and invoice date and invoice number. Invoice number. Suppose we are purchasing A4 stationery. Okay, suppose $25. Okay, just let me finish it, Sarvani, and then we'll discuss. Okay, now I'm selecting expense account, some expense accounts, purchase expenses. So I'm purchasing A4 stationery. What is this A4 stationery means here? This A4 papers bundles. I'm purchasing these bundles. Why I'm purchasing? This is for, I need to arrange this A4 stationery to my employees so that they can work. Okay, so I have entered. So whenever you are purchasing, you will receive invoice copy, because you are purchasing from vendor. Vendor will generate 3 copies. 1 copy for your filing purpose, for their filing purpose. 1 copy given to you, 1 copy for transport. So that invoice number is must. It is mandatory. Okay. Now vendor account credit, because we understood at the time of invoice, vendor invoice, vendor account will be credited. Expenses account will be debited. So now 25 I'm posting. Okay, once it is posted, you can see the voucher. Here it is purchase expenses 600170 account debit to vendor account, vendor balance account credit. Now expenses account debtor to vendor account credit. That's what it is. So this is 600170, 600170. Yes, it is coming 600170. And vendor account number is here ASKV001, but it is coming with account number 200100. Actually, I need to explain you one topic. In the demo, I told you ledger versus subledger. ERP concepts, ledger versus subledger. So that you don't know. So I'm writing down ledger versus subledger. What is this? In the coming sessions, you are going to learn another topic, ledger versus subledger. So here it is posting. We have entered vendor account number ASKV001, but it is coming to 200100. Okay, this is called ledger subledger concept. I will discuss this one later. Fine. Now, once it is posted, it will be posted in 3 currencies. Amount in accounting currency, amount in transaction currency, accounting currency, and reporting currency also. If you want, you can do it. So now, let me go back. So in the system, we will find currencies. One is transaction currency, next accounting currency, next reporting currency, and triangulation currency. Okay, I'm not discussing with you triangulation currency now. I'm keeping pending point. That is not required for you, but I will discuss with you what is this one later. What is this triangulation currency? We'll discuss this point later. But accounting currency, transaction currency, accounting currency, reporting currency, I need to discuss with you. We'll discuss these points. Now, at the time of vendor invoice, vendor account credit. Now, if you go to the vendors, transactions, you can see vendor account credit. And you can see the vendor balance, it is credit minus. That means it is a liability or credit or creditor. We need to pay this amount to the vendor. This is vendor account credit. Now, vendor payment, accounts payable, payments, vendor payment journal. Click on new, select the journal name, go to lines. Select the vendor ASKB001. Okay, now you can click on settle transactions. You can select this invoice, click OK. It will become automatically debit. And you can select cash. At present, I'm selecting ledger account and offset account. 110180. I'm entering for time being cash. Bank will see later. So cash account. So here vendor account debit and cash account credit. And I'm posting. So if you verify the balance voucher, cash account, my cash balance will be decreased minus 25 because I have paid $25 to the vendor and vendor account debit. Now, if you go to the vendor account, if you verify the balance, it is 0. And if you verify the transactions, you can see clearly at the time of invoice, vendor account credit minus. At the time of payment, it is debit. Look at this one. It is showing in 3 currencies. Transaction currency, amount in accounting currency, amount in reporting currency. 3 currencies. Transaction currency, amount in accounting currency, amount in reporting currency. This is accounting currency. This is reporting currency. So I told you transaction currency, accounting currency, reporting currency. At the time of vendor invoice, it is vendor account credit. At the time of payment, your cash balance will be decreased and vendor account will be debited. This is the transaction. Okay. Yeah. Someone is raising hand. Any questions, please? Any questions? Any questions? No? Okay, fine.
Yeah, sir. Good morning. So actually, my question was like earlier when you were trying to select, like trying to create a vendor invoice, when you clicked on view, you were selecting the journal name. But in real time, how do we know like which journal name should be selected for invoice? Like there were many in the drop down, right?
That is the reason you are learning now, Sarvani.
Okay.
So that I think you are rejoiner, am I right? Second time you are listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the new company, I have shown you, I have explained you like what journal, what type. Remember?
Yeah, maybe I didn't join
So
that
that you need to
session.
practice. That you need to practice.
Okay.
Okay, that is now in advance after 1 month, whatever it is there, we are discussing now. At that time, if you want, you can discuss again, Sarvani. At that time, I'll explain you. Okay, after 1 month,
Sure,
whenever I'm creating a company. Yeah, fine.
sure, sure. Thank you.
So, yeah, welcome. So, at the time of invoice, vendor account credit. At the time of invoice, vendor account credit. And at the time of payment, vendor account debit. So, otherwise, you can simply remember at the time of invoice, vendor account credit. At the time of payment, you can remember your cash balance will be decreased. Because if you are doing vendor payment, your cash balance will be decreased. So whether you want to remember like this or instead of this one, remember like this. Because if you are doing vendor payment means, see, there are, when I'm taking interviews, if I'm asking like what is vendor payment, people are saying like vendor do the payment to my company. Vendor will not do payment to our company. We are paying money to the vendor. We are paying money to the vendor. Our cash balance or bank balance will be decreased at the time of vendor payment. Vendor payment means to vendor we are paying. Our company is paying money to the vendor. So our money is decreasing. Customer payment or customer receipt means here our cash balance will be increased because customer is paying money. So how you want to remember logic, it is your wish. This is vendor, the giver, customer, the receiver at the time of invoice. At the time of vendor payment, my cash balance or bank balance is decreasing. I told you negative, credit negative. So my cash balance is decreasing at the time of vendor payment. At the time of customer payment, my cash balance or bank balance is increasing. Whether you want to remember this one or whether you want to remember this cash, it is your wish. Then opposite entry you can remember easily. Okay, so fine. Now let me create customer account and let me do transactions. I'm creating accounts receivable, customers, all customers. Click on new. ASKC-001 Krishna Automobiles. Something I'm creating. Customer group. So during customer, address also most important. For normal situations, you may neglect it, but in real time scenario, customer address is very, very important. You need to map it. I'm mapping customer code. So in USA, the address will be like this. 36 cross, 45 cross, something cross like this. Okay, Bellevue. Bellevue is, I visited USA in Bellevue city. That is the reason I'm selecting always Bellevue. Okay, Microsoft is located in Bellevue. The main office in Bellevue only. Click save. Now for this ASKC-001 customer, no transactions exist. There is no balance, empty. Okay, now I'm creating one customer, customer invoice. Invoices, all free text invoices. click on new, select the customer, select the revenue account, suppose $30. I'm posting now. Click OK. So once it is posted, you can see here in the customer balance. If you verify customer balance, now it will show you it is debit. And in the transactions also it will show you. If you refresh the screen, it will show you transactions. Customer account is debited because this is your money with the customer. Debit card means your money is in the bank. Customer invoice means you have delivered material. For that, your money is with the customer. Customer account debit. And it will show you amount in transaction currency, amount in accounting currency, amount in reporting currency. That's what I told you here. Amount in transaction currency, amount in accounting currency, amount in reporting currency. We'll discuss all those things. Now we did invoice. Now I'm doing payment. Accounts receivable, payments, customer payment journal. Click on new. I have written already path. Let me write down here. Accounts receivable, payments, customer payment journal. Okay, so I'm selecting now customer payment. So here journal name you are selecting. This journal name is a configuration. So in the demo I discussed with you, configurations also I will discuss with you. In the coming sessions you are going to learn. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Someone is raising hand. I'll come to you. Give me a minute, please. Let me go back. Go to lines. Select the customer. ASK001. Now click on settle transactions. Select this one and click OK. So automatically it is credited. Customer account credited. And I'm selecting cash, petty cash 110180 cash account. So debit and credit 3030. I'm posting. If you verify the voucher now, if you verify the voucher, it is our cash balance is increased because customer is paying money to my company. So cash or bank account data to customer account credit. Now, if you verify customer balance, it is 0. And if you verify the transactions at the time of invoice, customer account debited. At the time of invoice, customer account debited. At the time of customer payment, customer account credited, net effect is 0. At the time of invoice, customer account debited. At the time of payment, customer account credited. So total amount 0. Yes, please. Someone raised hand. Yeah, Abdul.
Sir, earlier when you created customer master and vendor master, you have provided account code over there, but it should take automatically, right? System should take
So
automatically.
there are
It
multiple
shouldn't-
options. One is automatic number sequence you can configure or manual also. Let me show you the setup where it is available. If you are not mapped automatic number sequence, it will allow you manual entry. That is setup. Okay, so let me show you. Accounts payable. Accounts payable. Setup. Accounts payable parameters. In these number sequences, here the vendor account number sequence, I'm right clicking, view details. Here automatic number sequence is not enabled. Continuous, and it was mapped manually. Got it?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Based on this setup, it will be processed.
Okay. If some account codes are duplicated, then
It will
how we
not allow you
can?
to enter one more same number manual also. Suppose I am trying with the same number, one more ASKC-001. I'm trying with one more, it will not allow. Customer account number already exists.
What if you choose another customer group? Will it allow then?
No, any customer group it will not allow.
Sir, here
This
you have
is
given same account code. Okay.
yes, that is
If
the reason it will not allow
I
you.
am the another user. If I am another user,
Any
and
user.
for the same name,
Hmm.
I write spelling of enterprises differently.
See, this is Krishna Automobiles.
It is happening. Yes.
See, the name you can have different names, but code will not be duplicate. It will not allow. Account number will not be allowed duplicate, but names it will allow you. Got my point? This cannot be
Okay.
duplicate. This may be duplicate. It will allow you. So
Okay.
there is one
Sir,
more
in
company, Krish
receivable,
Automobiles.
sir, in
Proceed.
receivable, it is not that much issue. Company will not create any issues at the time of receivables. But at the time of payables, in when we create vendors, it is not suggestible to mandate VAT number or something as a key account.
It is not mandatory. It is optional. Yes, there are many setups that is country to country. It will change the tax codes. Okay, those tax
Okay,
codes. Yes, it is possible, but it is not mandatory because
not
country to
mandate.
country, the validations will be changed. Got my
Okay.
point? That is the reason.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Any more questions, please? Yes, please.
Yeah, I have one question on the
Yeah.
invoices type, right? You did free text invoice. There must be
Yeah.
other invoices too, right? That
Yeah.
we can create.
So customer invoices can be done in these different ways. These are the different ways.
Okay, got it.
Pretext invoice, sales order to invoice, and sales order to invoice using advanced warehouse management, sales order to invoice using transportation management, our journal, expense journal, item journal, fee journal, item requirement, PMA. So these six are PMA, project management accounting. These are advanced warehouse management. This is distribution. Means if you go here, Project management accounting. Here also we can do invoicing. Those are these things. Customer invoices. 6 different ways are there. Those are covered here in PMA. And these two are sales audit invoice using advanced warehouse management, sales audit invoice using transportation management here. And these two are free text invoice and customer sales audit invoice. These two are part of here and here. Okay, we'll discuss all these things in the coming sessions. So first you learned only one free text invoice. Fine. Any more questions, team? Any more questions? No questions. Fine. So transaction currency, accounting currency, reporting currency. What is this currencies actually? So transaction currency and accounting currency more or less same in if no exports and imports. If no exports or imports, if no exports or imports, if no exports and imports, then transaction currency is equal to reporting currency. Sorry, accounting currency. If no exports and no imports. Okay. If in case is there any exports or imports, suppose I'm exporting to Dubai, then my transaction currency is Arab Emirate Dirhams, AED is the transaction currency. And what do you mean by accounting currency? Means wherever my company is located, that is accounting currency. Accounting currency is wherever my company is located, that currency is accounting currency. If my company is located in India, INR is accounting currency. If my company is located in Australia, Australian dollars is my accounting currency. If my company is located in Singapore, Singapore dollar. If my company is located in Malaysian ringgits. If it is located in Oman riyals. So that is.
So what if multiple locations then? A company can have multiple locations, right?
So then you can create multiple companies. My company is in USA, it is USMF. My company is in Germany, it is DMF. This is another company. My company is in Russia, RUMF.
Depending on the location.
Different legal entities. Different legal entities. Okay, fine. Let me go back. So accounting currency is your local currency and all the statutory reports will be generated here. Okay, where we can see this accounting currency in the system. Let me show you. General ledger, collapse all, ledger setup, ledger. Here you can see accounting currency and additional currency, reporting currency. So in USMF, accounting currency and reporting currency is same US dollars. If it is DEMF company, Germany based company, accounting currency is euro, reporting currency is US dollars. Reporting currency is US dollars. If my company is in Russia, RUMF, ruble is accounting currency and reporting currency also ruble. If my company is in China, it is your wish. Okay, China. CNY and reporting currency US dollars. So accounting currency is my local currency, wherever it is located, that currency. Reporting currency is additional currency. And people will misunderstood by naming convention here. Reporting currency means reports will be generated in reporting currency. That is wrong statement. Remember, all the reports are generated in accounting currency. And some additional reports. Here reporting currency is some additional reports, some reports can be generated in reporting currency. Okay, so all the reports will be generated in accounting currency. And remember, every transaction, it will be posted in 3 currencies. Every transaction in the database level, in the backend database level, currencies will be posted in 3 currencies: transaction currency, accounting currency, reporting currency. Okay, about this reporting currency, we'll discuss in the coming sessions a lot about this one. So transaction currency is whenever you are exporting or importing, that country currency is transaction currency. If no exports or no imports, then transaction currency is equal to accounting currency. Okay, so accounting currency and reporting currency are fixed. You need to fix it in the very first. So you cannot change in the middle. They are fixed. You cannot change. Transaction currency, whenever you are doing any transaction, that currency will be a transaction currency. Okay. Any more questions, please, related to this area? Anyhow, we will discuss about these currencies whenever I'm discussing about foreign currency revaluation. Whenever I'm discussing about foreign currency revaluation, at that time, I will discuss with you a lot about this one. Okay, so everyone need to practice these 4 transactions. These 4 transactions: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. So here vendor invoice means we have learned in vendor invoice journal. Customer invoice means I have shown free text invoice. Vendor payment I have explained you using cash. Customer payment also using cash. Tomorrow I'll discuss with you vendor payment using bank. Customer payment using bank. We will discuss this too in detail. Okay, fine. Before wind up, any questions, please? Any questions? If no more questions, we can wind up the session for now. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time, 7 AM IST. See you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Welcome.